Alright folks, welcome back to another retro video game pickup video. I'm going to go over all the stuff I got from the Long Island Retro Video Game Convention. This is the second year of the convention, and if you guys go through my videos, you'll see the actual first year. I actually videotaped some of it. It's up on my page. You guys just got to find the video or type it in. Long Island Retro Video Game Convention. Glasses was there, Kenny was there, and I got some good stuff last year. I got a 32X in the box. I got House of the Dead for the Saturn complete. You know, I got some I got a Sega Nomad complete in the box. I got some pretty cool stuff. This year I just got a few games here and there. It wasn't really, I wanted a lot of stuff and I wasn't able to really find it, so they really didn't have a lot that I needed. But let's go right on into this. Guys, this is just garbage, but it's called Gizmos. Well, interesting. Well, it's Syracuse. Okay, so let's go right on into this. Let me throw this over here. Alright, so from one of the vendors, I was able to get two Genesis games here. One is called Taz in Escape from Mars. Okay. Grrr! Hot-tempered Taz is kidnapped and caged in a zoo on Mars, but Marvin the Martian is messing with the wrong Earthling. Taz is whirling his way out of there, even if he has to gobble the whole planet. This Taz game is better than ever with all new moves. Taz whirls upside down, ricochets off walls, drills through rocks, spins in a Taz tornado, and eats. Hot-tempered Taz tangles with Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, Yosemite Sam, and more Looney Tunes stars. Gigantic levels of interplanetary Taz tantrums. Taz fights snorting bulls, flying eyeballs, loop-de-loops on a maze of pipes, and rattles up mine shafts. There's even a mini Taz and a jumbo Taz. Side-splitting cartoon-quality slapstick, super animations, and totally radical gameplay. This is for one player for the Sega Genesis. We have Taz and Escape from Mars. Next up for the Sega Genesis, we got Spider-Man X-Men, Arcade's Revenge from Flying Edge. And Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge. Stop wasting time reading this box. Spider-Man and his mutant pals need your help to escape from Arcade's diabolical amusement park, battling killer clowns, hungry piranhas, lethal doom balls, and deadly robot replicas of supervillains like Carnage and Juggernaut. Will Spidey's webs, Wolverine's claws, Gambit's energy cards, Storm's lightning bolts, and Cyclops' optic blasts mean game over for Arcade? So here you got Spider-Man, Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, and Gambit. Team up with Spider-Man and the X-Men. You're in for a shocker web slinger, stop Juggernaut's rampage, blast Master Mold with optic beams, unleash your lightning storm, and outrun the lethal doom ball. Again, Flying Edge, we have Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge for the Sega Genesis. Okay, and then we also were able to grab from Konami, Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure. Box is in rough shape, as you can see. Make a fortune playing a cartoon. Hit it big when you join Buster Bunny on a 33-stage hunt for treasure. So loaded with hair-raising animation, it's like playing in a whacked-out Tiny Toon cartoon. Do you dare to set paw on this mysterious island? Trip through 7 tangly territories that include an overly enchanted forest, caverns of bubbling lava, secret underground seas, planes that are just plain crazy, a freaky factory, a mega mountain, and a spooky shipwreck rumored to be dripping in 14-karat gold. Save Babs Bunny and the rest of your pals along the way and you'll see some kooky island hopping. With Go-Go Dodo as your guide, you can be sure this adventure is packed with tricks, traps, and hidden bonus areas. But be very sure to watch out for the fortune-hungry folks who will try to throw you off the trail. Elmira, Plucky Duck, Hampton, Dizzy Devil, Calamity Coyote, Montana Max and his robot. Phew, no one said fame and fortune was easy. For one treasure buster, for one player. So we got Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster's Hidden Treasure complete. Funny story about this game. Was it this game? No, it wasn't this. We'll get to the game. That's funny. It's not that game. Where is it? Hold on. Is it in here? Actually, it might have been that game. No, it wasn't this game. We'll get to it though. Anyway. So that's some of the games I got from one vendor. Here are some others. So for the Game Boy Advance, for the Nintendo DS, we have Crash Boom Bang from Sierra. Multiplayer Mayhem Crash Style, Wireless DS Single Card Download Play 2 to 4, and Wireless DS Multicard Play 2 to 4. So, send on-screen messages while you play, and connect and play with friends for outrageous multiplayer action. DS Multicard Wireless Connected Game requires 1 game card per player. Basic reading abilities needed to fully enjoy this game. From Sierra, we have Crash Boom Bang for the Nintendo DS. Okay. Also, for the Nintendo DS, we have Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron from LucasArts. 2 to 4 Wireless DS Multicard Play. Available for the first time on the Nintendo DS, the battle gets bigger. Play an epic story spanning the entire Star Wars saga and 11 different worlds. Choose your battlefront, battle on the ground, in space, or aboard capital ships. Fight your way. Choose from 4 unique battle classes: Assault, Spy, Heavy, and Engineer. www.starwarsbattlefront.com. DS Multicard Wireless Connected Games require 1 game card per player. From LucasArts, for the Nintendo DS, we have Star Wars Battlefront Elite Squadron. Next up for the Nintendo DS, this is a sealed copy of Tinker Bell and the Great Fairy Rescue from Disney. Fly to the mainland with Tinker Bell, Wireless DS Single Card, Download Play 1 to 2. Create and play as your own fairy. Team up with your fairy friends in 6 new adventures. Travel between Fairy Camp and PixieHollow.com. Join the online community for Disney gamers, D-gamers, details inside, Disney.com/fairies, video games. And that is for the Nintendo DS, Disney.com/videogames. We have a sealed copy of Tinker Bell and the Great Fairy Rescue. Now, these boxes are nice to have, but they don't fit right most of the time. For some fucked up reason. You literally gotta, like, bend this shit. And it doesn't even stick. And it aggravates me. Anyway. Oh, yeah, here's the game. I'm gonna get to this game in a minute. All right, for the Game Boy, we have Wario Land 2. Now, here's an interesting story. It's a Super Game Boy game pack. Here's an interesting story about this. I saw this, and I saw the price. It was $24.99. I'm like, fuck it, I'll pick it up for $24.99. On eBay, it goes for a little bit more. Well, the interesting thing is the game was not in the box. It was just the instructions in the box. So I said, how much can you give it to me? She had to look it up, and it was $20. It was $5 off. So I said, fuck it. I ended up buying the game separate online. But let's go right into this. Wario Land 2. What kind of no-good ruffians would break into my castle and steal my treasures? It's that rotten Captain Syrup and that Black Sugar gang. I'm looking out for bad guys and scavenging for coins as I track down my treasures. If I don't get them all the first time, that's okay. I can go back again and again until I find them all. Captain Syrup doesn't stand a chance against me. 8 megs, battery back memory saves your progress, multiple endings, gameplay on the Game Boy Compact video game system, and gameplay on the Super NES using the Super Game Boy adapter, both sold separately. So Wario Land 2 for the Game Boy. Now this is an interesting story about this next game. And it's from the same vendor that I was able to get Wario Land 2 from, and I believe these 3 games as well. I could be wrong about these 3. But anyway, so I'm walking around, and I go to this vendor. And I want to buy, I see one of the games, I can't believe it's there, and I want to buy it, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. And she was busy trying to look up Wario Land 2. It was taking forever because there was no internet service was terrible. So I said, all right, I'll be back for Wario Land 2, I'll be back for the games, put them to the side. So she does. So I'm walking around to the other vendors, and I hear one guy ask this different vendor, do you have this game? And the vendor says, no. As soon as I hear the game that he asks for, I run back to the vendor that had put my stuff to the side, and I said, you need to bring me up like right now. Because he was looking for the game. Now, thank God I was smart enough and ran over and grabbed this before he could find that the vendor had this. But this is for the Sega Genesis. It's in pretty damn good condition. And it is The Adventures of Batman and Robin. $40. From the award-winning animated TV series comes the most action-packed Batman adventure yet. The Dark Knight returns with Robin to battle the forces of evil. But wait, the Iceman cometh. Mr. Freeze is about to unleash his super-powered ice cannon and has teamed up with the most notorious criminals to help him turn Gotham City into a diabolical winter wonderland. Revolutionary animation and special effects, including incredible scaling and rotation using Sega's new 3D sprite driver. Nerve-shattering action leaves you begging for more as a dynamic duo battle the Joker, Mad Hatter, Two-Face, and Mr. Freeze. 2 games in 1. Fight hand-to-hand on the streets of Gotham City or take to the skies in the Backglider and Jetpack to foil the plans of Mr. Freeze. Go it alone or bring along a second player and turn up the heat in this non-stop Batman adventure. 1 or 2 players, complete in box, Adventures of Batman and Robin. So that is the game that I was telling you guys earlier about. I wanted to tell you the story of, but I found it fucking hilarious that this guy happened to ask for this game, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta hurry up. So, more games from different vendors. This is for the PlayStation 2. I have Taz Wanted from Infogrames. PSE2 Editor's Choice Platinum. So, the ravenous, relentless, natural disaster of a hero, Taz, is rip-roaring mad. Yosemite Sam locked Taz in a zoo and wants to turn his homeland into a tacky theme park. Now as an escapee, Taz is on the run, gobbling power-ups, using disguises, and leaving a wacky wake of destruction across 4 hazard-filled worlds in an attempt to stop Sam. Taz is on the loose. Game features: spin, sneak, burp, and bounce through more than 15 destructible levels, chow down on peculiar power-ups like Hiccup Soda and Mega Hot Chili Peppers, blistering speed, spectacular graphics, puzzles, and fully interactive environments, wear hilarious disguises to evade Taz catchers, compete against friends in multiplayer game modes. From Infogrames, www.us.infogrames.com, and Looney Tunes, www.looneytunes-games.com, we have Taz Wanted for the PS2. Next up, for the Nintendo DS, we have Madden NFL 09. It is celebrating Madden 20 years from 89 to 2009. Prove you can win on the road. Features: take your game on the road using local wireless mode to play Nintendo DS exclusive minicamp games with up to 8 players. Test your skills in 3 new Rec Room minigames: Last Minute Miracle, Hit the Hole, and Playbook Flash. Using just 1 copy of Madden NFL 09, challenge anyone with the Nintendo DS in single card mode. So, wireless DS single card download play, and wireless DS multi-card play up to 8 players. Madden09.com, allmadden.com from EA, #1 selling pro football franchise for the Nintendo DS. We have Madden NFL 09. Throw that over here. Next up, for the Sega Genesis, we have the Ren and Stimpy Show presents Stimpy's Invention. Nickelodeon's hit animated series The Ren and Stimpy Show comes to Genesis. Stimpy's latest invention, the Mutate-O-Matic, explodes, wreaking havoc in the neighborhood. The town heroes chase down the pieces through dangerous challenges, traveling from Mr. Horse's overpopulated refrigerator to the far reaches of the great outdoors. Be Ren or Stimpy. Ren wallops with a fly swatter, Stimpy coughs hairballs and snaps attackers with his bath towel. Ren and Stimpy team up for unique antics. Ren rolls Stimpy like a bowling ball. Stimpy spins Ren's ears and they both fly up and away. 6 city scenes plus a maze of sublevels loaded with familiar cronies. Watch out for Lump and Loaf, Kodiak Marmosets, Cabbage Heads, and the Walrus. This is interesting. It doesn't even feel like it. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. They have to literally go into the game sleeve here to be able to access this thing. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. There's got to be a way to get that out of there, I mean. But I will later. Anyway, so that's Ren and Stimpy Show presents Stimpy's Invention for the Sega Genesis. All right, next up, we have a Tiger handheld electronic game, Street Fighter II from Capcom. Here you jump. This is the jump button, down button, left and right, off sound, game, on start buttons, punch special move button, and left and right kick. And you can see that it's I can't see a thing. Screen must be broken. Yeah, that or the battery's fucked up. Anyway, I'll have to figure that out later. So that's Street Fighter II from Tiger. And, oh, we got more stuff in here. Let's see. What is this? We have, for the Sega, I don't know, this is the PlayStation. So PS1, there's a whole bunch of shit all over this box, but it is Street Fighter the movie for the PS1. I bought this for $40. It's a long box version. This is the original. Digitized graphics from the hit movie. There's a whole bunch of shit all over here, stickers-wise, but I probably should be able to get these off. From Capcom and Acclaim Entertainment. So, Street Fighter the movie, you got Bison, Guile, Sagat, Cammy, Blanca, Chun-Li, E. Honda, DJ, Vega, Ryu, Zangief, Ken, Barlog, and Sawada. Next Generation Gaming and Mega Movie-based action collide in Street Fighter the movie. All new super attacks and combo finish moves make this the best Street Fighter yet. Digitized backgrounds and characters from the hit movie, including Jean-Claude Van Damme. 4 exciting modes of play: movie battle, street battle, versus battle, and trial battle. Street Fighter the movie, the ultimate street fight, begins where the others left off. In-game graphics show Jean-Claude Van Damme as Colonel Guile. Devastate your opponent with all new super combo finish moves. Sawada, all new character from the movie. E. Honda's 100 hand slap like you've never seen before. Only the best are granted super power moves. Again, from Acclaim and Capcom. We have Street Fighter the movie for the PS1. This is the long box edition. So that is it from there. Now this is pretty cool. This is the Long Island Retro Video Game Retro Gaming Expo 2016. Because the game is never over, they actually have a pamphlet here. So some of the stuff that you were able to do. Tournament schedule, there was 11 a.m. There was Shaq Fu, Halo, NHL 94, and Tetris. 12 p.m. Mario Kart 64, Tetris Attack, Tecmo Super Bowl, Super Smash Bros. Melee, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. 1 p.m. you had Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Project M. 3 p.m. you had GoldenEye, Soul Calibur, and Outrun 2. And at 5 p.m. Mortal Kombat 2. Achievement station schedule, no sign up needed, just walk up and play. Try to get the highest score and be immortalized in LIRG history and win a trophy and a prize. All day, and you had Nintendo World Championship 1990, the granddaddy of them all. Collect 50 coins in Super Mario Bros. As fast as you can, then speed through the first course in Rad Racer, and finally run the clock out while collecting the highest score possible in Tetris. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Beat the champ in the fastest time before he beats you. Donkey Kong competition, collect the highest score you can in 5 minutes. Blockbuster Video Game Championship 2, play in timed versions of NBA Jam, the unforgettable Judge Dredd for the highest score. And then from 3 to 7, you have Balloon Fight, collect the most points in Balloon Trip with 3 lives. Star Fox Weekend, get the highest score. Super Nintendo Campus Challenge 1992, grab 50 coins in Super Mario World, finish 2 laps on the fast first track in F-Zero, and reach the highest score in Pilot Wings all before time runs out. The Hall of Vendors. So as you can see, they had 8-Bit Addicts, 8-Bit Artist, 8-Bit Evolution, Alpha Gods, Andaluz the Artist, Canvas Quest, Daniel K. CRTs, Game Master Games, Game On, Geekquisitions, Gizmos Video, Games and Wrestling, Glossed Over, Gotham City Games, Joe Hogan Art, Keep Pluggin', Lazy Blazy Art, Legendary Realms, Games and Terrain, Long Island Toy Show, MLC's Nostalgia Zone, OBQB, Off the Charts Video Games, Overworld Creations, POB's Games, Pixel Art Shop, Play and Trade Bayshore, Reese Machines, Sean King, Chic Visual Arts, Square Painter, St. James Games, Art by Tara Aubrey, The Cartridge Family, The Revolution, Time Tech Repairs, and Video Game Trading Post. There was a Lycan Lounge from 9 to 2 and 4 to 5. A place to kick back, relax, and shoot stuff, take a load off, and play light gun games on systems such as the Master System, NES, SNES, Saturn, PlayStation 1, Dreamcast, and more. While here, check out these great events. From 2 to 4, there was a swap meet. Trade some games in a safe and secure environment at the official 2016 Long Island Retro Gaming Expo swap meet. The swap meet will run from 2 to 4 in the light gun lounge. From 5 to 7, there was a cosplay contest. Registration closes at 4:30. Prejudging to take place at 5. Catwalk at 6. Prizes awarded to Best in Show, Best Performance, Best Group, Best Craftsmanship, and Best Junior Cosplay. Panels. This was new to the expo. From 11 a.m. you had the X68000 Experience. 12:30 p.m. the Cheap Ass Gamer podcast, straight from the mouth of Cheapy D. 2:30 p.m. Geekgate presents Buy Something Will Ya with the Stone Age Gamer podcast. And 5 o'clock p.m., The Crazy World of Video Game Collectibles with Pete Dorr. And he was there last year as a vendor. And then there was the museum. Come see some of the more obscure systems you never knew existed. So there was a Commodore Amiga, Nintendo Famicom Disk System, Microsoft Xbox Launch Team 2001 Special Edition, Hello Kitty Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo Power 100 Game Boy and Controller, NEC PC Engine LT, Panasonic Q, Sony SNES/PlayStation Prototype, NEC Super Graphics, Sharp Twin Famicom, Western Technologies Vectrex, JVC XI, and Sony Net Eurosi. And then they had the Homebrew Hallway. Then you have Tabletop Gaming. So Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, Raid on the Hollow of Horrors. 11 a.m. you had X-Wing Blind Battle Royale. 12 p.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. you had Werewolf. And 2 p.m. Star Wars Force and Destiny Beginner Game. Then you had the Retro PC LAN. Kick it back to before broadband was a thing with Doom, Warcraft 3, and Unreal Tournament. Then you had the RGB demonstration. Charity Way. You had guest charities. Extra Life, New Long Island Ghostbusters, 501st Legion, and the Brothers Supernatural. Special thanks, and here's some gear. Last year I bought a retro video game t-shirt. This year I actually didn't do any of that stuff. So that's pretty much the drill. That was pretty cool to see. Grabbed one of those. And then we're going to finish the Long Island Retro Video Game Convention with more games. So let's go right on into those. I don't know what I just had a, there it is, okay. Video Game Trading Post, yeah. Alright, so, first up for the Nintendo 64, I got a complete version of Star Wars Episode 1 Racers. You see I paid $25 for it. So, feel the force 600 miles per hour, 4 feet off the ground. Join Jedi to be Anakin Skywalker in the Star Wars race of your life. Relive all the thrill and excitement of the pod racer sequence from Star Wars Episode 1. Hang on tight with afterburners on. Pod racers can max out at a simulated 600 mph. Race in furious competition against 21 plus opponents. Take on over 21 tracks on 8 unique worlds. Avoid hazards such as methane lakes, meteor showers, and Tusken Raiders. Spectacular 3D environments. LucasArts website is www.lucasarts.com. Official Star Wars website www.starwars.com. Again, for the N64 complete Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Next up, for the PS2, we have LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy from LucasArts and Telltale Games. Sequel to the award-winning LEGO Star Wars video game. Build and battle through the original trilogy. Play through a fun Star Wars galaxy that combines the endless customization of LEGO with the epic story from Star Wars Episodes 4 through 6. New, build and ride vehicles. Build and ride classic Star Wars vehicles and get in and out to explore. New, mix and match characters. Create and customize your own playable Star Wars characters in millions of different ways. And play with a buddy. Drop in, drop out, co-op. Lets a friend join in or leave at any time and any level. LEGO Star Wars II.com. For the PS2, we have LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Next up, for the original, or for the Game Boy Color, and I have yet to find a box that holds this, we have Disney's The Little Mermaid 2, Pinball Frenzy, only for Game Boy Color. Disney Interactive includes the Rumble feature, only for Game Boy Color and printer, not compatible with other Game Boy systems. It's Pinball Under the Sea. Rack up points as you send your pinball zipping around 2 Disney's The Little Mermaid themed tables. You'll have a trident for a ball saver, seahorses for bumpers and flounder, Ursula's Cave, Ariel's Grotto, and a shipwreck for targets. Plus, there are 16 pinball-based minigames based on events from the movies, each with a video introduction. A Disney's The Little Mermaid theme. Classic pinball elements are combined with themes from both the feature film, Disney's The Little Mermaid, and the video release, Disney's The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. 2 pinball tables. There's one based on each movie. 16 pinball-based minigames. Rescue sailors, free lost souls, and battle Ursula for the trident. Gameplay on the Game Boy Color video game system. Again, for the Game Boy Color complete, we have Disney's The Little Mermaid 2 Pinball Frenzy. Next up, for the Nintendo DS, we have Spider-Man 3 from Activision. Every hero has a dark side, unleash it. Wireless DS multi-card play. Explore a massive open city world. Master the power of black-suited Spider-Man. SM3thegame.com, Sony.com/Spider-Man. Official movie game. Vicarious Visions. And plus, you get revolutionary touchscreen combat and 4 wireless multiplayer modes. So again, for the Nintendo DS, we have Spider-Man 3. And then for the Game Boy Advance, from the classic NES series, we have Castlevania. I thought $30 was a pretty damn good deal for this, considering the box is a little bit crunched and smushed over here, but other than that, it's fine. Only for Game Boy Advance, not compatible with other Game Boy systems. Defeat the Count and his bloodthirsty minions in this classic NES adventure for the Game Boy Advance. Castlevania's ominous setting and chilling cast of characters made it a long-standing fan favorite, and now you can play this eerie classic NES game on your Game Boy Advance. You're in for the longest night of your life. Before you battle the Count in a duel to the death, you must overcome his ghoulish army of ghosts, mummies, bats, and zombies. So keep your courage up and your stakes sharp, because when you finally meet the Count, he'll be going for the jugular. So again, for the for the Game Boy Advance, we have from the classic NES series, Castlevania. Next up, I was really happy to get these. This is in pretty damn good shape. It is Batman for the original Game Boy Complete. Batman the video game. From Sunsoft. He's totally new, totally tough, and he'll stop at nothing to make sure justice prevails. From the dark streets of Gotham City to the deepest corners of the criminal underworld comes the Caped Crusader as you've never seen him before. Incredibly strong, armed to the teeth, and ready to put his life on the line for the sake of all, on a search and destroy mission to end the Joker's reign of terror. He leaps, he flies, he dodges enemy fire, and delivers it right back with a vengeance. This is no kid stuff. This is as real as video gaming gets. If you liked what you saw in the movie, you're going to love what you see here. Because this time around, Batman is all business, and he won't let anything stand in his way. This game pack for use with the Game Boy Compact video game system, Batman for the original Game Boy. And then 2 games for the Sega Game Gear. I got these at pretty damn good prices. The boxes are not in the best of shape at all, but this is Streets of Rage 2 for the Game Gear Complete. Once again, Axel and Blaze pound the asphalt with neck-breaking uppercuts, rib-crushing knee kicks, and devastating special attacks. They're joined by new Thrasher Skate, who slices punks with high-speed corkscrew attacks, skull-crackling headbutts, and double-spin jump kicks. Watch your step and your back, because this collection of sidewalk slime are bigger, nastier, and tougher. Gangs of dirt bikers and maniac bosses come at you from every side. Smash them with a pipe as they speed by, jab them with jaw-shattering punches, and knock them down with bone-busting jump kicks and secret weapons. More characters, more moves, and more levels than the original. All the favorite moves from Genesis' Streets of Rage 2, plus each brawler has a new special move. Go 2-player gear to gear and lay siege to the city as a destructive duo. So 1 or 2 players with the Game Gear cable hookup. Again, for the Game Gear Streets of Rage 2. And also for the Game Gear, last game, we have Spider-Man from Flying Edge, and as you can see, the box is in rough shape here, but the sinister Kingpin is back in town, and his secret plan to destroy Spider-Man is in its final fiendish stages. The Kingpin has planted a bomb in New York City and has put the blame on Spidey. Law-abiding citizens everywhere are out to get Spider-Man, and who wouldn't be with a $1 million price on his arachnid head? All the Kingpin's henchmen are in on the scheme. Dr. Octopus, the Lizard, Electro, Venom, and more. So web swing into action and defuse the situation before it explodes in your face. So here you have Spider-Man's been framed by the Kingpin. Use your Spidey sense and superpowers to save the day. Defeat goons and thugs with web-swinging action. From Flying Edge, it's a division of Acclaim Entertainment. You have Spider-Man for the Game Gear. So again, these are the games I was able to pick up at the Long Island Retro Video Game Convention. This is year number 2 of it. Just give you an idea here. We got some Genesis games. We got 5 of those. We got, looks like, 5 DS games, 3 original Game Boy games, or 4 Game Boy games. I moved Batman out of there. You got 2 original Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance, and a Game Boy Color. You got PS1 Long Box, Street Fighter, PS2 games, Game Gear, N64, and a Capcom Tiger Street Fighter 2 game. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more pickup videos. I still have Mr. Deals and some other stuff to go over. And again, stay tuned later today. There will be the first episode, the first day of Scratch Ticket Mania, sponsored by Big Fish Games. So again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.